Hi guys, welcome back to Loadrunner Advanced Training Sessions. So today we will be discussing about file operations. Last session I discussed about print f function, how to write the data into the file using fprintf. This is formatted data. Now we have seen loadrunner value how to write and integer variable data how to write. Now we will see character data how to write. Okay. If you want to write character data, declare one variable name and write load runner advanced session. Okay, so this is my text which I want to write into a file, that is user session file. Okay, so use always two backslashes. There is already one backslash, so you should use one more backslash. Still it will work, but the best way is always you have to use. Here instead of I have to write the name. Okay, so name is the string, so I have to mention %s. String is always represented by %s. %d is for digits to write, %s is for strings. So now I want to write that one into a file. Okay, if you run that, now we can see the loadrunner advanced training data into the file. Okay, so now if you go and see here, now that data should be written here. See, loadrunner advanced training session is written. Okay, this is one kind of function where we can use data to be written into the file. Okay, now we can try to write fwrite function. We will discuss about fwrite. Fwrite is one more function where we can write the data in unformatted data, like new lines. If we have 10 lines or 20 lines of data, if you want to return into a file, then we can go for this one. Okay, fwrite. Okay, fwrite is also same way. So what data you have to write, like I want to write name data. So what kind of this one, size of, you have to use size of what? Size of characters, right? Character of, how many size of this character you have, that many characters you have to write. So now you must pass this size, how many bytes you have to write, 10 bytes, and where you have to write into the file. So this way you have to write. This is what is the file name or data you want to write. So here in this case my data is name, where the name has loadrunner advanced session. Okay, that data will be size of characters and how many size, 10 characters, 10 bytes, and write into the file. Okay, so this way we have to write. This is one function, writing data into the file. Fwrite also we can use. Okay, if you run this one, it will write the data into the file again. Okay, so it is completed execution, and we can go and see in the log. Okay, so it has written only loadrunner because it is 10 characters, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So if you want to write exact length of that, first find the length. So by using variable we can find the length. Okay, otherwise we will try to do this way. We will see whether it will work or not. Otherwise I will try to do string length of name. Whatever length of name is there, that one anyway it will return integer value only. So here we have to pass only integer value, not float value or anything. So whatever length of the string, that many values it has to return into the file. Okay, so now if the file has a load runner, if I run now, it should have everything. Okay, if it won't work, we will try to do in different way. Okay, so now let's run it. It should work. So this way we can write character data, integer data, some load runner data, everything. Now I will write load runner data also. Okay, after this. Now it is completed. Now we can open this file and see load runner advanced session. So the best way is always use this string length. Whatever string length you want to pass, that it will work. Okay, now I want to pass load runner data, that is this one. So this will be the my parameter. Now the value is this one. I want to pass load runner value. So that is the reason we have to pass LR eval string, this value, size of, string length of this one, again string length of this one. Okay, whatever string length it has, the string length I want to pass into the notepad file. Okay, so let's run it. This time this load runner data will be saved into a file. So completed. Go here and open this file. See, all the load runner data has written into that file. Okay, this way we have to do this one. This is the unformatted data. See, this has too much data, right? All spaces, everything will be written by writing fwrite. So this is the two functions we can use for writing the data into the file. There is one more function, fput, see, character by character. You can check in the help. Okay, but it is very rarely used, where we can write character by character. Okay, write say character to a file. Okay, so character to character, this I am not going to discuss anyway. It is very rarely used function. The mainly used functions are fprintf and fwrite. Okay, so these are the two functions we will be using for writing data. Now we will see the other beautiful function of append. If you want to append the data into the file every time, see, whenever if it runs 10 iterations I want to write data into the file. So if you use write, what will happen? Every time, every iteration, the data will be deleted and new data will be copied. Okay, if I use append in my file A, what it will do is it will don't delete existing data, just append new data to the existing file. That is the reason we will be using append data. So now I will write only 2 iterations and we can see 2 times the data will be written into the file. Okay, so let's run it. We'll see whether the data is writing into the file properly or not. This is the first iteration, and let's complete second iteration also. We can see 2 times the header data should be written to the file. Okay, see, now if you open, see, first time it has written until here and it has written second time. Okay, again third time. Already first time data was there, this is first iteration data, this is second iteration data. So likewise it will keep on writing this data into the file when you use append. So that is just append, that is the reason they have used A here. Okay, W for write, A for append, R for reading. Now let's say this load runner session has some data, right? Already we have seen here it has some data in this file. I want to read all this data into my load runner. Okay, for reading, what we have to do is we have to use different function. First we have to put this one as the reading, because from this file I want to read the data. So that is the reason I have to make it as a R. After reading, what I have to do is instead of write I will comment this one. Okay, Now I will write fscanf. Like fprintf, there is a function called fscanf, and if you need help, go for F1. You will get to know the help, and click this one and go to fscanf and see the format how it is. This is fprintf. This is the fscanf. See, this is percentage s means strings. If you want to read data from the strings, you have to use yes. If you want to read data from digits, you have to use percentage d. If you want to read long data, if you have to use long d, ld. Okay, longer data. Okay, so ld means long. Okay, if you see here, he has written 2 integers, 1 characters. Okay, now we'll see all this. Okay, how to read the data. Okay. Okay, let's take this function for now. So what this mean by is, copy the unformatted data from the file, take the character strings and put into load runner file. For this we have to create variable called s here, or I will create output file. Okay, char, it should be characters, character output, output. How many bytes of data I want to read? 1000 bytes. Let's put output 1000 bytes. Okay, now you can read until 1000 data bytes into this variable called output. Okay, once you start reading string of data from the file, then you have to copy that into the load runner variable called output. Once you copy that, you have to display that data for us to see whether it is really reading or not. For that, what I have to do is, I will write the lr message function so that I can see the data here in the log file. Okay, here you no need to pass this dollar and sign, and just pass only output. Okay, this ampersand is just for get the data and put into that character. So that is the reason. Okay, so now I will go to runtime settings. I will run for only one iteration. Okay, so now this function, what this will do is, this file scanf will be reading the data, unformatted data. That is, it won't read the special characters like underscore, spaces and all. So if you go here, it may read only HTTP only, because backslash or forward slash is special characters that it won't read in this fscanf. For that you have to read fread function, that we will see later. For now we will see what data it is reading from this file. Okay, let's run it. Now it should read only HTTP as far I know, because that is special character, you should not read. Okay, let's see. So where we can see whether it is really has written or not. Here, see it has written HTTP/1.1. yeah, it has written even special characters also, but what it did not stop is at the space. After HTTP1 there is a space that it did not recognize. Why means that is special character, it is not able to identify what is this. So that is the reason it did not return this data. Okay, it has written until this only. Okay, if you want now that data, entire file data, then go for fscanf. Fscanf will read always unformatted data. If you have some spaces, it won't recognize that space. If you want even space values also, then go for fread. Okay, unformatted data reading. This is only formatted data reading, this is unformatted data reading. So go to F1, you will get to know the help and what is the function for it. Okay, so go here and this is the freed function. So this is also same like write only. So this is the buffer, same like this one only. The buffer is nothing but this one. Oh, okay, here, yeah, here the buffer is this one, output, where you want to write the data. So this will be the output file where you want to, once you reads, where it has to write the data into load runner parameter file, right? This is our created value output. If you go here little up, I have created output as this one. Now it will write the 10,000 data from the file. So characters is size of char, how much? 1000. I have given there also 1000, here also I want to read 1000 data. And what is the file? That file is handling by file. Okay, now I can give this percentage yes, and we can see whether the data is displaying properly or not. This is the where you want to use like spaces, data, everything, next line data. Those data if you want to read, you must use fread. Okay, not fscanf. Fscanf is continuously with special characters, without space no it will read. Otherwise if you have some spaces and all, it won't read. So you must go for fread function. So these are the two important functions for reading, fscanf and fread. Fscanf will read only continuous data. If there is any spaces, it won't recognize that space. So that is the reason the best approach is used for fread. Okay, whatever data you want, you can read that data. See, it has read all the 1000 bytes. Okay, so this way you can use, the data will be stored after reading into this file. Now if you don't know exact size of this file, go to the file and you will come to know bytes. See, 10 bytes. Okay, likewise 10 bytes means you have to give 10 into 8, so 1800 bits. Okay, so that way you have to use. Okay, so 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, right? So 1 KB means 1000, right? So that many bytes you have to read. Okay, so likewise you have to use fread, fwrite, everything. So this is all about this one. Okay, so now we discussed about reading and writing. So now we discussed about append data also. Appending means appending every time without writing, removing and add the data. So that is all about writing data and reading data. So now there is one more important thing. In some interview they may ask, sometimes what they will ask is, once I write in one action I am writing the data, some other action I am reading the data. Okay, so that way we have to do it. Okay, so how we have to do? So like in single file I have to write the data, the same data I have to read next. Okay, so for that we will discuss now how to do it. Okay, that is also one of the important topic. So now I am deleting this all data. Okay, now I am making this file as empty, or even I will delete this file also. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, I can't delete this way. I have to right click and go to delete. Okay, so whenever you are using same file reading and writing purpose, the format should be always W plus. Here very important, whenever you use same file for reading and writing in the single script, you must use W plus, write plus. Okay, otherwise it won't work. If you want to read and write at the same time, you must use format as W plus. Okay, so once I start this value, what I have to do, I have to write the data into the file. Okay, so this fprint, what it is doing, it will write the response data into the file. Okay, once it writes the data, the file cursor will goes to, see, now here I have now. The cursor will be here. Once it writes, the cursor will be here. Now the cursor, when I want to read this data, the cursor should be here, right? Again starting position. For that, what we have to use is, there is a function called rewind. Once you write, do rewind. Rewind the file means move the cursor to first position. What this function is will do, move the cursor position to starting. So this function will move the cursor position from the end to starting. Okay, so that is the rewind function. After you do rewind, the cursor position will change. Then what you have to do is, you have to write the data. So for reading, use this fread function. Okay, use fread. Okay, this way you can do. First, write the data by using printf or fwrite, anything you can use. For here in this example I am using printf, where it will write the data. After writing, I am rewinding the cursor position, that I am going to show you. After that, it is reading the data 10,000 bytes and it is saving into the value. This value you can use anywhere in your script. Okay, for your reading and writing purpose. In interviews, if they ask how to write the data and read the data in single time using in your script, then you have to say, first I have to write the data, then I have to do rewind. This is very important. The cursor position has to go to starting. From there it will start reading the data byte by byte until 1000 bytes. Then it will put the data into the parameter called output parameter, that is load runner function. So now let's run by one. I will show the position also, cursor position, where it will be. After printf, the cursor position will change to last at the end. Yeah, now the function is stopped here. Yeah, now if I go here, oh, what happened? Why it is not written anything? Okay, let's do one. I think the file is still in readable position. That is the reason it is not writing any data. Okay, yeah, now it has there, no? So now the cursor position here, no? So it will move to here, where when it is doing rewind function. Okay, so again go to script and let's run it. Yeah, it has done reading and writing in single file. Okay, if it has done reading properly, then you should have data in the output file. Okay, that is LR message. See, whatever data you have written into the file, the same data available here in this parameter file. So first what it has done is, first in the printf, this taken this all data and it has copied into this variable, and the file has been rewinded. Rewind means the cursor position will change to last to first. Okay, this is very important. From here to here it will move. From there again it will fread will start reading all the data until whatever bytes you have specified, it will read, and you are displaying that read data into the file. So this is the way you have to do. Whenever you do this rewind function, make sure your format of this file should be always W plus, right plus. Okay, then only rewind will work. If you read R plus or A plus, it won't work. It should be always W plus. This is the one of the very important thing. Okay, this is all about how to read the data, how to write the data into a file in different formats. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe and please do like my channel if you like it, and let others know by sharing this to your friends and colleagues. Okay, thank you. See you in next section. So from here onwards I will start doing sessions frequently, because I have taken a lot of time due to some personal work, I could not able to do the recordings. From here onwards I will make sure I will do weekly 1 or 2 recordings for you. I will complete vision in another 1 week time. I will take one session for after this. I am going to record it for C coding, how to use string functions and integer, characters, for loops, if loops and all. Then I will move to controller. Okay, so few friends asked in YouTube they need some controller sessions as well as analysis and even more. Everything I will record. Thanks for watching once again. See you in next session. Bye for now.